Hi, good morning, everyone. So good to have every one of us. So let me know where you are joining, connecting from. So we are going to be firing from this a moment, guys. So let me share out one can be part of this live trading session. So just a moment, please. So let me know just a moment. All right, so we are live now. We are live now. So let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Sent across all my platforms. So let's see how the market is going to align for us to make money today. So I'm super hopeful that money will be made today from the market. So let's go there. We'll be going straight to the chart. So let me know, guys, where you are joining and connecting from. Let me know. Let me know. Yeah, I can see. Oh, sorry. Sorry, but let me know if you can hear me now. Let me know. Yeah, promise official. I can see you. Let me know if you can hear me now. Let me know if you can hear me now. Let me know if you can hear me now. Yeah. I can see every one of you joining from across the world. Guys, this is another day where we would enter the market, interact with the market, and make money. So last week was a good one, was an amazing one. So after the analysis, we had the trade on GBP They called out the trade, sent out the signal everywhere, and we were all able to capitalize on the move to make money. Yeah, I can see you. Good morning from Lagos. Please, guys, let me know where you are joining and connecting from. Let me know the part of the world you are joining and connecting from. So I'm super hopeful, pumped up that today money will be made from the chart, just like we did last week. So last week was an amazing one. We had a beautiful trade on GBP. It was, as at the time I closed, it was 1:5, because it was about 1:8.5. Let's say 1:5 typically. So but the target I gave out for the live trading session, it was about 1:6, 1:6 arrow, and the market smashed the TP. So even if you held to that point, it was a win-win, serious one. So 1:5, 1:6. That was a very fair trade. So I had to close because I wanted to just withdraw. So guys, when you trade, make money. So don't forget to make some withdrawal. Please, how do you set your SL without using ATR indicator? Just watch me on the chart. Just follow me. I'm going to, as I analyze the market, I will be explaining some things to you guys so you can understand. So two things my live trading session offers you is, one, you're going to make money from the chart, which is, I know this is what most of us will want. But two is you watching me analyze the market, how to chart, how to, you know, your thought process on the market, and how to navigate through the market by analysis. So those are the things that you would understand just me watching me trade live with you guys. So I've had a lot of time where people come to my DM to tell me how the live trading session have helped their trading life. So I know for a fact that as you keep trading with me, interfacing week in, week out, seeing me on the chart, is you are going to get better, on the craft. So as I will be analyzing the markets, this question, just even if I don't categorically say it, but with me placing stop loss and seeing why did I consider this point, with that you are going to understand, so this question shows that you want to be more technical in your analysis and your stop loss. So you don't want to use the ATR indicator. So personally, me, if you've been watching me over time, you know that I don't do indicators. So I don't say that it doesn't work, it does work. So ATR is a very good tool. But for me, I don't really use ATR and other indicators. So let's go straight to the chart. Let's go straight to the chart. Let me know the pair that you would want us to analyze so we can start from there, and let's see what the market is going to do for us. Let me know which part of the world you are joining, and have to do this. Affirm with me again today. Type it this way: money will be made again today. Money will be made again today. Money will be made again today. Yes, I'm very hopeful that money will be made again today. So I leave these three disclaimers so you are not under any compulsion to take every trade. In case you've gotten to the marks of whether your profits or your loss, you can decide to stay away from the trade. And two, apply proper risk management. Not because last week was a killer for us, or then we will now analyze the market and you decide to risk all your accounts. I don't expect you to come to me and tell me, Mr. AK, or whatever you know me as, you say the signal, even if it doesn't go, that it will go well. Even you will tell me that the signal blew your account. If I am the teacher, I'll flog you, because that's an error. So your any trade signal or whatever doesn't supposed to blow your account. So we'll make money from the market, not overnight, but it's going to be on a progressive system where today adds up to what will be made tomorrow and things like that. So just in case the market doesn't favor our bias or go our way, so you wouldn't lose your account. So I'm of the opinion, and I counsel people that it's better you lose the trade today and have the money in your account to trade again tomorrow. So some of the time, most people, they blow their account. So when the market now presents an opportunity for them to recover the money they lost and even much more, they don't have money in their accounts, and that's not a wise thing to do in the market. So all I'm saying is do well and apply proper risk management. And number three, just in case you look me and you don't believe in the analysis, jeje, you can stay out. Yes, you can. So, but I'm very hopeful that if you follow me, you are going to make money. Trust me, you're going to make money. So, this is it. Let's go straight to the chart. So, I can see my people everywhere connecting from Kaduna connecting from Abuja, connecting from Lagos, Nigeria. So, good morning, everyone. Good morning. Welcome again to live trading session on a Wednesday morning with Akahuwa Akahuwa. So, if you are yet to sub this channel, if you are yet to subscribe to this channel, please do it like right now, right away. Smash that subscribe button. So, very soon we'll start releasing educational content, proper one that would do you good as a trader. So recently I've just been uploading reels. If you check my Instagram, you see stuff that will do you good, but I want to start uploading real educational content, long educational content video on YouTube to help you. So let's start with GBP USD. So maybe I think I'm going to take off my face so we can look at the markets. So just focus on the market. So let me take off my face. So I'm going to share my screen now. So let me share my screen. So just a moment, my screen is coming up. It's coming up. Just a moment, guys. My screen is coming up. My screen is coming up, so just bear with it. Loading, 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 loading. Loading, loading. Trading view, be fast. Ah. This needs taking time. Why is this thing taking time? Oh, so it's coming up. Let me load it again. Let me load it again. So why it's load? If you have any question or anything, so you can ask me while you wait for this guy to come up. So it's up now. Ah, this guy. See the GBP USD. Let me show us something. The GBP USD that we spoke about to analyze. See, let me show you what happened to me yesterday. This is it. So I was taken out yesterday by this, and it started falling aggressively. check. Let me check. It started falling. This is quite painful. Let me check. This is painful. Like, this is painful. So, but then it is what it is. It is what it is. So let me look at it. Let's see if there's there's something we can do on this pair to capitalize on the next move that is going to be happening. So this is what we face sometimes in the market, where for no reason the market will just come and clear you and start falling to the downside or to the upside as your direction. So let me take off my face. Okay, so let's see what happens here. Let me take a screenshot of this. All right, so let me take off this. This guy failed me. Is where? It should have been. So let me start from daily time frame to see the overall directional bias of this guy. Okay, so on a daily time frame, we can all see that the market is on the uptrend, but however, so when you scale down to lower time frame, you can begin to see something that will be interesting to you. So let's see, with this flash of downside candle, this bearish candle, it shows that the market may be making a turn to the downside. But however, let's see what the market tells us on this time frame. So 4 hours time frame. So what I'm looking at here is, since the market have gotten to a point, I consider it as the peak, which is the point I wanted to short the market from. But unfortunately, it took me out before starting to go my direction. So I'm still looking at this guy for two possible actions here. Let me go to 1 hour time frame. So guys, just pay attention to the screen. Just pay attention. So I'm looking at two possibilities here. First, because of the fact that we are still on an uptrend, so until the market gives us a change of character, then we can now to look at, shorting the market to the downside, going down the more. So while I wanted to short the market at this point, was the market went up and gave us a change of character to the downside, and looking at the market to come back to it, respect it, and it did just that, but just that it took me out SL before starting to make the move. So I would have made good profits on it. But however, with that, the markets have already done that. So I'm looking at what is the next possible thing that we can expect from this guy based on what we have on the chart here. So the market still on an uptrend, and this is a change of a break of structure to the upside. Then we have this on a 1 hour time frame. Let me go down to 15 minutes and see. put on 1 hour. You see, let go down to 15, then 5 minutes. Okay. Okay, let me mark out this OB here, this other block. Let me stretch it out and see. So let me confirm something. Let me see if everything I need to see is here. So I would be considering a buy. I'd be considering a buy because of this what I have on the charts. We are still on an uptrend. So I'll be considering a buy. However, this buy is not like an A plus setup kind of, you know, setup that we had last week. So I can't see an imbalance, a fair value gap to say okay, but definitely I'm looking at it that the market is going to come back to this point, this OB to tap in. So I'm hopeful for a buy at least to this point, at least to, let me check, do this 50% of it. So let's say 15 pips. The target is 1 is to 6. Target is 1 is to 6. I'm hopeful for a buy push from this point. Let the market tap in. I'm hopeful for a push to the upside from this point. So I'm looking at a buy. I'm looking at a buy for GBP USD. So until it taps in, I won't take any action. So I will be comfortable tapping to this 50% of this level. 15 pips. Let me see. Let me just increase this a little more. So this is also a decent arrow. 1 is to 5. So we are going to be, I'm going to be calling out this trade. I'm going to be calling it out. So this was the last. So I'm be calling it out. Let me get the parameters. This is, buy limits, SL SL at CP. So guys, this is the so this is it. This is the coordinate buy limit at this point. So you can take the signal, you can take it. So guys, apply proper risk management. I'm hopeful that it's going to be a winning position to apply proper risk management. So let's see how it goes. Apply proper risk management. So you can take a screenshot of this. So I'm entering the trade straight away on my own end here. So just give me a moment. I don't want it to trigger before I would have taken my position. So buy limits at 1.811 SL. SL is 20 pips. 1.3611. TP is 1.37858. So trade taken, entered. So let's see how it goes. I'm very hopeful that it's going to be a winning position. So guys, if you are with me on this trade, let me know, let me know that you are with me on this trade. If you are with me, I am in, I am in. Let me know if you are in. Let me know if you are in. Then drop another chart for us to look at. Another pair for us to look at. So let me know. I am in, I am in, I am in. So all right, so let me know another pair that you guys need me to analyze or we can look at together. So let me go over to the next pair here, Euro JPY. So this Euro JPY, I looked out for it. So, but look at GJ. We missed this GJ buy yesterday. So in my private community, we missed out on this GJ buy. So looked at it. So let me look at GBP JPY. So yesterday we analyzed this guy, considering 50% Fibonacci retracement level, and he just tapped into it and started buying. Let me take off this, give a clean chart so I can do another analysis, and let's see how we can capitalize on what the next move of this guy would be to make money. So let me start from 4 hours time frame. So on a 4 hours time frame, shrinking your chart, you can clearly see that the market is still on an uptrend. However, okay, so I can see the comment section rumbling. I am in. I am in. So, sir, is this SL and TP? Yes. So if you took the screenshots of the charts, let me go over it again one more time. So this is SL and this is TP. This is buy limit. So take a screenshot of this and just impute that as your coordinates. Just input that as your coordinate. So apply proper risk management. So if you need to calculate your risk, do that. This is 20 pips SL and we are looking at 100 pips. So 100 pips, that's like 1:5, thereabouts, which is a very fair trade. I'm very hopeful that it's going to play out and in the winning side. So let's make progress. So going back to GBP JPY. So GBP JPY, we can see that the market is still on an uptrend. Yes, but however, with what we have seen here, let me go to 1 hour time frame. Now, this has given us a change in sentiment. Now, we have here break of structure to the downside. So let me see. Let me mark out this. Let me mark out this. So this point giving us that break to the downside. So yesterday we looked at for 50% push from here to the upside. So and the market played along in that direction. But however, the market is, since this is a break of structure to the downside, which is change of, so we are looking at, let this guy keep buying, to somewhere around this before we would consider another side, because at this point, this is the highest point that the market has gotten to within this area. This is the highest point the market has gotten to. So until the market comes back to this point, for me, I won't be looking out for a sell position, and the market has already taken its course to the buying side. So I will be patient to see how the market keep buying to somewhere around this point. Let me mark it somewhere around this point. Then I can look out for action to take on this guy. So this is the reason for my analysis on this, speculating a sell at this region. So this is break of structure here to the upside, and the market came, violated it, pushed to the down, and from here it started buying. And I'm looking at, this is the point that initiated this push to the downside, and what I'm looking out for is, let the market come, make its movement to this point, then we can typically have a candlestick pattern tells us that this guy is going to start falling from here. So for me, I am not entering for any sell position. I can, however, be looking for a buy position to drive the market, to join the market to this area. So if that happens, then that's good, well, good and fine. So but at the moment here, you can consider a buy, and sell is not what you should be looking out for. So for to consider a buy, so something like this, as this move have started, then we have this typically breaking structure to the upside on this internal structure, then we can typically join the market to the upside. But until this happens, no action on GDP JPY. So you belong to my private community and you caught the buy So just keep buying, mentor buy. So but for now, no action on this guy until the market gives us a clear price action for us to do anything. So how do you create the middle line in your order block? Okay, so I'm going to show you that now when I come back to that GBP JPY. So and sorry, on that GBP USD, I'm going to explain that to you. It's not a difficult thing. So this is me being kind and generous. So this is it for GBP JPY. Let's go over to another chart. USD JPY. Let's see what UJ has for us. Let's see what UJ has for us. Let me start from 4 hours time frame. See, JPY. See, I did this analysis, marked out this that is going to take action from here. It just did exactly that, and my God, he's already buying. Just see, dipped in, and oh, what do we do now? What do we do now? Because I'm looking at this guy, keep buying, keep buying, keep buying, keep buying. So you can see how he started falling from here. This buy can take effect like this, push like this, just to almost at this point. So let's just look out for it. But for now, the question is, what can we now possibly do on? If you are looking for sell, it's just going to be more like a retracement sell. It's going to be more like a retracement sell. So now that we have this break of structure here, the market most likely can come here, tap in, then make a retracement. So if you catch that retracement, well, good and fine, but it's not going to be a long one. The market to start reversing to the buying side. So based on where the market is now, what are we possibly looking at doing? Let me see. For me, I won't be looking out for selling, but I expect a reaction at this point from this area. I expect a reaction from this level. So look out for it. I expect a reaction on there, but I am not really interested in selling this pair. I am not really interested, but I would be patient to see the market keep going up. Let's see what happens there. I am not with this choppy price out here. I'm not too comfortable with it. So that's why I am not really interested looking out for a sell on this. So I am interested in looking for a buying opportunity. So what we can have is the market come to this point, make a retracement because there is a break of structure to the downside here, but then consider an aggressive push to the downside. So what we can typically here have is a pullback, then we can resume a buying position. So I'm not too comfortable here looking for. So the market can actually come, do as though nothing is existing here because there is no even fair value gap here, to say that the market comes in to fall from there. So I'm not too comfortable with this. So the market can come. I've said it earlier. The market do as though it doesn't see any resistance points here and just keep buying to the upside. So if one had already entered the buy, then you just maintain your position and that's it. So this is it. This is one of those trade missed. So we'll keep looking for another opportunity. Let me look for another pair. Let's see. Let's see. But talk to me, guys. Are you enjoying the analysis so far? Are you enjoying the analysis? Let me know if you are following. Are you enjoying the analysis so far? Let me know in the comment section. Are you enjoying the analysis? Is it making sense to you? Does it make sense? Let me know so we can make progress. Something in the comment section. Let me see. Let me see. To you, are you enjoying the analysis? Let me see. Should I ride on? Okay, okay, okay. Oh, testimony. I can see you. All right, so let's make progress. Let's make progress, guys. Let's make progress. Okay, I've done GBP USD, Euro USD. So GBP CHF, one of those ones analyzed during the weekend. It didn't happen. This is it. So let me go over this guy again. Let's see if there is something that we will have on this. So now looking at this is GBP CHF. So let me start from daily time frame. Just look at these guys on a daily time frame. So the markets sold all the way here to the downside, and we have this move. Then I'm looking at this, but how perspective now is on 4 hours time frame that you are going to see your structural level. So I am a day trader, and I just look at capitalism on moves from one point to the other point. So let's see that this, pay attention to these guys. This is the push, the retracement move, the retracement, then we have this move here. It happens. So this is a break of structure here to the upside. Let me identify it. Break of structure here to the upside, so you can see that. So I'm looking at this point that the market, you can see that as the markets have entered this runway, I call this runway to the downside. Typically, there's no point that you are looking at saying that the market is going to get to, apart from here. So until it gets to this point, so you see this break of structure to the upside, until it gets to this point, then you can now begin to look out for another thing to do on this. So the pair is already selling. Question is, can we join the sell at any point? So is, can we join the sell at any? So pay attention to the screen, pay attention, guys. So the question is, can we join the sell at any point? So that's what we'll be looking at on this guy called GBP. We're looking at GBP CHF to see what we do on this guy. So you can see that there is this gap that happened here by the weekend. So I thought to catch the ball, it didn't happen. So where I speculated that the market would get to before we start moving to the downside, the market didn't come back to it. Then this push to the downside have started happening. So now what I'm looking at the moment on this guy, let me take off this so we can understand this and pay attention to the moves. So what I'm looking at is, normally I am looking out for a sell position, but the question is, where can we likely join this move to the downside? So if you have if you look at your screen carefully, you've seen that the market has already started moving to the downside, and this is about 30 pips. Yes, this is about 40 pips, and you can jump in for this sell at the moment. You can't jump in for this sell. So the question is, what do we do? So when you come to the market like this and you see that the market has already moved, from the point you would want to enter the market, and you can see, yes, so when you see that the market has already moved to a point that you would want to enter in for the buy or the sell. So there are two possibilities that you can be open to. So now when you come to the market, what we do is basically speculate the market, and if the market gives us a reason to act, then we can take our actions. So now that this guy has already moved, so what we do typically is we are going to wait for a pullback. If that happens, well, good and fine, we'll catch the trade. But if the pullback doesn't happen, then we can typically leave the trade and we'll call it that is gone. So we look out for another opportunity in the market. So for this guy, GBP let's go ahead. So I can see some comments here. You get the wheel on the hand to accelerate, but so let's go. So on this GBP CHF, the move have already happened. So let's see if there is anything that we can tip on this guy. Mm. So let's see. I've already started. Mm, looking at this for retracement, then join the sell to the downside. Typically, what we call as the market being at the center of nowhere. The market is actually, you won't consider for a, and you won't either consider for a sell. You won't be considering buying and you won't be considering selling either. So the best thing at this point is just for you to be patient, to look out for the next thing that the market is doing. Then you can join the sell or join the move and capitalize from it from there. So why you cannot be considering looking for a sell position is, if you enter for a sell, typically your stop loss should be way above this like 50 pips, which doesn't make sense. And what we are looking out for is, let the market come to this point, then we can see reasons to take actions from this point. So this guy will just typically be patient to see the move complete, then we can look out for another setup to trade. So but as for this is just at the center of nowhere, so we can't clearly say if the market is going to start reversing or keep dropping. So but it's already on the wrong way towards dropping, and you won't it won't be ideal, in my opinion, to jump in for the sell. So let's just leave the market to finish the move, then it can give us another setup. So I've done like three analysis. Let me check on the GBP USD. So I can see that more numbers have joined us. So if you are here, welcome. This is the trade for the day. I'm looking out for a buy on GBP USD. So if you just joined us, you can take a screenshot of this and let's milk the market together. Let's make money together. So take a screenshot of this. The analysis has been done. I explained it to everyone on the session very properly. So let me take this time to attend to a few questions that I can see on the comment section. So one person is asking, who is that? I think yes, goodness is asking how to get the middle line on the other block. So it's quite simple. So when you take these two, it's me that customized it to this. So you come to setting. So this is rectangle that you have. So when you pick out the rectangle, you come to the setting, come to style, then you see middle line, middle line. So you see that I have unchecked it. See what happens. It's now empty. You see, it's now empty. So if you want middle line to come into your OB, to be seen on your OB. So for people that use 50%, I do 50% a lot. So that's why I just have to have the middle line. So you just come, put it. So you can just take your time, fine tune around these areas. So you see that yes, it's there. So it's simple. So someone that asks how I set my SL without without ATR. So it's quite simple. So how to set SL is you just look market, structurally. So look at this last week trade. So see how where I entered, and this was yes, you can see it's 15 pips SL. So I didn't want to make the SL too tight, so I could have just reduced it to 10 pips. So even if it was 10 pips, the thread would the first SL I wanted to use was 10 pips. I just thought to expand it a little more. So how to set your SL? So if you use a order block and all, so you can see, let me go to 5 minutes time frame. So pay attention to these guys. So you can see the 5 minutes OB I marked out, and normally you just put your buy or sell coordinate, and your stop loss should be behind or below this candle. So this was even large, it was massive. So loss should be below this. So now you can see this is 8 pips. Okay, let's say this was 10 pips. Just say this was 10 pips. So you can, if you have this setup this way, now the 10 pips, you can see clearly that 10 pips is enough for this thread to run. Looking at this, so your stop loss should be behind or below or above your points of consideration. So your order block, so if you are doing 50% OB, 50% of it, your stop loss should be just below or above it, just like this one. So if I had done 50%, my stop loss, so looking at this already, you can clearly see how to put your SL. So you don't put SL and it will just, you make it, at the line of the other block. So it wouldn't make sense. So just give a bit room for the market to play around. So the thing is, if you give a sufficient SL and the market hits your SL, so that means that even if that you keep expanding your SL. So if I had done these 15 pips and the market took me out on that 15 pips, I can infer that the setup is being invalidated and the market will keep going down. So even if you do 30 pips, 40 pips, the market will still come and take it. So it's ideal to just use the look at the markets from structural perspective, then do your stop loss from there. So look at this trade too. So you can see how I entered this. So look at it. Clean trade. Clean. So this was 20 pips SL. So look at what I consider two here. So just in case the market is coming to make contact with here. So because I have this already here, I can't make my stop loss anything below, you get. So it will definitely be somewhere around above it. So that's why my stop loss was 20 pips. So this is how to set your stop loss. So when you setting your stop loss, you are checking your left hand side to see the last point that the market got to. If you left a week, most likely the market may come to tap it. So let your stop loss be below or above the week. Just this is an example. I'm looking at to see if I can have more example to show us. Mm. So but then this is it basically. So I believe this makes sense to us. I believe this makes sense. So if you are just joining the session, so I see lucky currency, you were here last week. Awesome, awesome. So if you are just joining the session, do well to subscribe to this YouTube channel. We are growing, and very soon, as I've been saying, educational content, proper YouTube video is going to be coming out. And if you subscribe to this channel, you will be the first to see it. So I think let me go back to the chart. So if you are just coming, lock in on this thread, I am very hopeful that it's going to be a winning position. I am in for GBP USD for a buy, but this is with a pending order. Please guys, do well to apply proper risk management. I've said it earlier, apply proper risk management. So let me look at this last pair before we call it a day. I have something to share to us. So I think is going to bless us or do us good. So this is USD CHF. Mm, okay. So when you want to do your analysis, so let's say you start from 1 hour time frame and you can clearly see which point is the market heading to. You can move up in time frame going to 4 hours. So if you can clearly see, you can move up to the higher time frame. So I'm saying this to explain to us something here. This is GBP CHF. So the market, looking at this on a daily time frame perspective, so you can see that the market is just making movement to the downside, and I can clearly see the resistance point, or the support level that the market is heading to before it starts looking to make reversal. So let me go up to the 1 week time frame. So I'm not a swing trader, but at this point I just need to do this. So this just to give me a mental picture of how the chart is aligned. So we can see here, this is the last point. So knowing this already, you can see that there is no support level or any demand zone that this market is heading to apart from this. So you can now see that this market is in for sell. It's just gently going to be selling to this point. So having that at the back of your mind, so when you now go down to the time frame you interact or deal with, because you already have, okay, now that you've placed this line, you know that the market is heading to this point. So the move could be something like this. So you are not, confused to start looking for a buy. You just know that with what you have on the market is making movement to the downside. So that established, question is there any point you can look at to join the sell? So that's where you now start looking at, okay, having break of structures and things like that. So let's zoom in. I think that's it. So we have something like this, we have something like this, we have this. So yes, so now this is it. Let's pay attention, guys. So the market is on the downside, aligned bearish. So we are looking at the market coming back to this point, then we can short this pair. We can short this pair. So since we are looking at shorting this pair when the market gets to somewhere around this region, yes, somewhere around this region. Now the distance from here the market is to this point, and this is about 75 pips. Now is the distance from here to here is about 75 pips. So this is what we are looking out for this guy. So I am a day trader. I take advantage of moves that is going to happen in the market. So on a broader perspective, we know that this market is gently heading to the downside. But the thing is, the market doesn't move in a straight line. The market moves in fractal, go up, go down, go up, go down. So where the market is we are looking at it making contact to this point, then before it starts heading to the downside. So the question is, what points can we join in for an action to make money on this guy? So what we have here is we are not certain or sure if the market is going to start buying at this point or keep going down. So this is what we have. This long push, then retrace, and this. So this. So what we can typically come back to this point, why I said so is we have this break of structure here, more like a change of character. So if the market comes back to this point, we are expecting a reaction. So if the market comes back to this point and reacts on it, then we can have a candlestick pattern suggest buy. If that happens, then we are in for a buy to join the market to this point. So the market moves in a fractal nature, and at one point or the other, based on market structure, it will definitely make reaction. So if the market comes to this point, we are most likely expecting a reaction. If it gives us a reaction, we would go in for a buy. But this kind of thing, this kind of alignment is not the one to do pending order. This is why I said so. The market is aggressively bearish, and because of this, you can't put a pending order. So if the market is bearish and the position you are looking to take is a bearish position, is a sell movement, you can put a pending order. So but if the market is bearish, aggressively bearish, so it's not ideal in my opinion to put that pending order if you are looking for a buy position. So you have to be patient to wait for more confirmation. So if the markets have gotten to your POI, so this is our POI here, the market have gotten to your POI, so you look out for confirmation to suggest to you or to tell you that we are going to be entering for a buy, then you go in. Because the market can, as the market is aggressively bearish, it can just keep doing this. When it gets to this point, it will do as though nothing is there. It will keep going down. So we don't trade our imagination in the market. We trade the market based on what we can typically see in the market. So we trade the market based on what we can typically see. So for what we have here, we don't know if the market is going to keep buying or the market is going to keep selling. So see here, there's no logical reason why you should be saying that you are going to be entering a buy. Let me even see. Let's let me check this. Okay, fib. To be fib, the buy has already taken effect. So it's just for you to be patient to see what happens. So if the markets keep buying, do stuff like this, then you can now say, I will wait for a retracement or a pullback into the that sponsor the move doctor, then you buy. So until that happens, no action on this guy. So if we have something like this, which is that we have now had a new break of structure here, we now have break of structure here. So what we wait for the return of this OB, then we are in for a buy. But until that happens, no action on this guy, no action, right? So this is how to look at the market. So I think we are done with the analysis. We are done with the analysis. Let's wait for our trade to trigger us, then we kick in for a buy. May this guy not do it is buying already. So let it come back to trigger us. So let it come back to trigger us. This is 15 minutes. Let it come back to trigger us. So let it come back to trigger us. So let's see what happens. I'm hopeful that it's going to come back to trigger us, then that buy. So I want to entertain question. So this is where we'll be ending the analysis. So let me stop sharing my screen. Let me stop sharing my screen. So guys, any question before we call it a day? We'll call it a wrap. Any question, any question, any question for me? I think I did justice answering the question that's asked. So my trading journey has been quite an amazing one. So let me just share a story for us. So today, today is the 2nd of July. When I woke up, I just reflecting, and it was quite a thoughtful time for me and emotional one at that, because today I can remember 3 years ago was the day I made the commitment to say I want to learn how to trade. So on 1st July, sorry, on 2nd July, on last 3 years ago, that was when I made payments to a forex coach that I want to learn how to trade. So that was the beginning of the journey. And it's quite an amazing one, you know, journeying this far. This is 3 years in the game, 3 years actively focused on, on trading. So it's been quite an amazing one. So I've faced losses, I've made money, there's been progress. So, and it was a time of gratitude for me, because I just started trading, and somehow I got in touch with people or somebody that was doing what I wanted to do. So that was how I started working with FS Daddy Trade Wave. So stayed with him, served and all that. So got to a point that he was expedient that I stepped down to pursue a higher course. So for people who have been following me for a long while, you guys know about this. So worked there and stepped down to start Moon Forest. So I just remembered it today, that today was actually 3 years ago. Like when I started trading, when I started learning how to trade, I was in the market, we know what we mean to say this is a lower low and this is the lowest low. So I was literally out at my lowest low when I even made payments for that course. I just sent the money and my account sank. Like there was nothing. There was nothing on that account again. So but then starting to learn how to trade, then it wasn't like because I wanted to learn how to trade. So the first person I paid, sincerely, I won't call the person's name. He's a big trader. I didn't learn anything. So I was confused, got into the community, trying to find my feet, asked questions. No one was willing to help because it was Telegram. So the thing broke me, but because I've already made a determination that you see this trading, whatever it will cost, I'm going to learn how to trade. So I made progress and contacted when I got some money because I was actually working on a job somewhere. I was employed then, made a payment to another trading system, then another trading academy. So that's when I started learning a thing or two about trading. And from there, that's how I got in contact with FS Daddy. And that was like a solid base for me to start exploring and start doing stuff. So I'm just sharing this story because I know that it can help someone. So just in case you just started trading and it may be that it's not really going well or going the way you want it to go. So the truth about it is that every person that you've seen that have made money in the market, there were times that it wasn't working. Call any name out there, we can call names. There were times that it wasn't working, you know. So these are people that have stayed through in the market, had times that it wasn't working, but they stayed with the craft. So I had also that time that nothing, when it comes to the charts, it wasn't working. I wasn't even seeing my understanding what I was doing that clearly. So, but because I didn't have any other place to say this is what I want to do. So, but it's forex. So I stayed locked in every day and night, always studying, trying to understand one thing. I think that's how it was easier for me to find my feet within these 3 years. And I trust God that from now I'm going to take it to another height. So all this stuff that I've been doing with Moon Forest, trading, these were just like setting the foundation. So in this from this third year of my trading career, so it's going to be like a building phase. When I stretch it for the next 4 years, that's like I've done 7 years. I would change dimension to begin to try to tie up my destiny to hand over trading. Once I'm done 10 years, I should know that, man, this is it. And of course that that, man, this guy have really, he's a trader for true. Then I know when it comes to the money, the wealth, influence, and all those things, I know that all those ones will come. I'm not trying to. I know that all those ones will come. So this is just my third year, and God being so kind and faithful, we are not doing bad. Just that when it comes to making money, is in levels. I've made what I call big small money. So to me, is big money, but comparing it to what can be made is small. So I've made big small money. So, but then I believe this is going to be a new season, a new season. So if you are with me as my global family, just hang around. You are going to be seeing wonders just very shortly. You're going to be from now, just trust me, you're going to be seeing crazy stuff happening. So I'll be coming out more to do public things, take challenge, lead people to do stuff. Then that I'm not afraid to fail. If I fail, I will stand up, we'll go again. So I made the video recently. Think I just posted it on my Instagram. That's why a lot of persons don't succeed in life and also in trading is because they are too scared to fail. They don't want to fail. They don't want to lose money. They don't want to make mistake. So in my opinion, and this is how it is even as general concept of life. If you are too scared to fail, you are not going to make any progress. So if you don't want to fail, you will not even want to try at all. So for you to succeed faster, you have to have a mentality of whatever happens, we chest it and move to the next. So you have to adopt the attitude of, you know failing fast. Failing fast. I said that if you want to increase your success rate, also increase your failure rate. So once you fail, you just onto the next. And if you have that kind of attitude, you hardly fail. You hardly fail because at every time that you fail or something doesn't go well, there's something to add as an information or as knowledge, which someone who hasn't tried what you've tried will not be able to, get that knowledge and insight. So let me know if, sorry, I'm coming. So let me know if this conversation have blessed you. Let me know if my story have, helped you in a way. So we'll keep trading, we'll keep going in the markets, we'll keep striving, and I'm very hopeful that money will be made. When I say money, money will be made. Just trust me, follow through, money will be made. So I will be ending the session right away, but let me know if what I just shared out to you guys, you know, it did you well, it inspired you, it helped you, it answered a question that maybe you had in your heart or in your mind. So just speak to me, talk to me on the comment section before we call it a wrap for the day. So let me know, did my conversation, did it bless you? Did my analysis, did it bless you? Did what I said, did it inspire you? Did it inspire you? So numbers keep increasing here. So we are currently, yes, 9 active persons follow. So guys, if you are just joining us, please, you can watch this video and see the trade that we've taken. Join us. Let's make money just like we did last week. So let me know if my conversation, my story helped you or blessed you, then we can call it a wrap. So let me see something on the comment section, then we can tie it up from there. So guys, if you are yet to subscribe to this YouTube channel, please go ahead, like do it like right now, right now, right now, right now. Sub this channel, subscribe to this channel. I can see we are growing by the day. We are growing by the day. We are we are hitting 1,000, 1,000, 1,000. The goal is to hit 1,000. From there, we'll stretch it to 100K. We are gonna do 100K on this channel, and I will come and thank you people. 200K. So guys, this is where we'll be wrapping this session up till we meet again next time, next week, same time, same venue. Keep enjoying and keep making money from the forex market. I love you all. I know I will celebrate every one of us. So I will celebrate you, you celebrate me, and it will be from one level of glory to the next. So bye bye everyone. Keep enjoying, keep trading, keep making money from the market. Cheers. Peace out.